Abuse for 12 rounds.
Coley has a questionable chin. He was down 3 times against a fighter named Diggs. He was knocked out by Pat Coleman of San Diego, and that result was eventually voided because Coleman failed a drug test. So Derrell Coley has tasted the canvas in his career. De La Hoya has been down against lesser opponents early in his career, but not out. He's never been down at 147.
Well, yes,
Well, excuse me, Ike Forte put him down.
And there was a kind of a half knockdown by Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah.
He's eating with your right hand, but you've got to make sure you finish with the left hand on the top. You have to use the jabs more. Start with your jab. You have to use it more often.
Nina for Darrell. Okay, come on back.
Try to get that water up, man, right? He almost slipped in the part of the round.
Tell me how you feel, baby. Come on. Look, hey, you can't do number 2, man. You allow things to happen.
I thought I heard Derrell Coley say to his corner that he was having trouble seeing out of his right eye. That's the eye that has been in the way of De La Hoya's hook.
And there is swelling to the outside of Coley's right eye as round 6 arrives. This is the round in which Coley swore to us that he would knock De La Hoya out, saying that he had a repeated dream, a frequent dream in which he saw himself knocking De La Hoya out with a multitude of blows in this very round.
When he said he couldn't see out of one of his eyes, I wanted to tell him, welcome to boxing. A lot of us have to say, I can't see, period.
You mean it's not unusual during a fight, even for a short period of time, to have blurred vision to it?
Yeah, especially if someone hits you with the end of a hook or a stiff jab right on the eye. I mean, it could be 2 or 3 rounds before you can stop seeing triples.
Derrell Coley hasn't gone to the De La Hoya body much. He tried it a couple of times moments ago. By and large, Coley pawing and trying to size up an opportunity in a round in which De La Hoya remains the aggressor and keeps going to the body.
This is when you start to hurt those thumbs. The guy goes back to the corner, thumbs are broken. When you get those shots and they go right to the elbow.
Coley with a free shot at De La Hoya's body. De La Hoya pops him back with a jab. When Oscar flurries to the body, Coley's hands come down very low.
Perfect. Let him go. Step back.
Sooner or later, you expect to see De La Hoya feint to the body and fire the left hook upstairs.
Yeah, it's going to happen with a soft right hand. Coley is just zeroed in on Oscar's right hand, so he can save all of that power stuff. Just kind of fake it a few times. As you said, do a little thinking. This is exactly what is needed. Thinking.
One of the things Roy Jones does so well that sets him apart as a fighter, his ability to feint opponents into bad position.
Roy Jones got the best balance in any sport I've ever seen. Balance. Always on balance.
Cool.
Coley with the lead right hand.
Coley is now playing run and hit. He's really not trying to engage. He's trying to move away, occasionally jump into the
hard left hook. Coley took that one pretty well, but De La Hoya thinks he's got him again. Back to the body goes Oscar. Derrell Coley will make it out of round 6, but he's taking a lot of punishment to do so.
Keep working with that jab. Keep using that jab first. That's the way to do it. You only used the first part.
Well, he set the hook up. He get you cutting this off so he gets you come here. So you go for that wide left hook. Now, we work with them hooks and hard hooks you doesn't miss. Now you're not putting nothing together, champ. Now let's more. This is round 7 coming. Okay, baby? Now we're going to put them together, right? Are we? We're going to put them together, right? Right? For your jab, he's on the bottom of the weave. You got to come up. Take a step back and fire your left hand, your right, left jab, right hand, okay? And bring that hook back.
De La Hoya has been right with his left all night long, although Coley trying to keep his right hand up to neutralize it. It's quicker, sharper than he has expected.
You saw the hint of blood around Derrell Coley's right eye. There's no obvious blood flow in the ring yet, but what you saw on the towel there indicates maybe there's a trace of blood around the right eye. De La Hoya landed that big left hook, George, by feinting to the body and then firing upstairs.
Yeah, you're going to have to do something with a pro like Coley. He's a pro.
There's a good right hand up underneath by Oscar De La Hoya, and he leads with the right here. Coley tries to counter back with the right.
Now there's a stiff jab. Oscar gets up on the back of his right foot and sort of just pitches it in there.
Oscar taking Coley's right hand as though he now believes he can handle Derrell's power.
Whenever Coley decides to stand up a little bit, Oscar just sticks that jab in like a ramming stick. He believes in it. It's like a weapon. He holds it out there.
And the right eye is swelling rapidly now for Coley. You can see that it's really beginning to close here. That could alter his will, and Coley is blowing his nose, which is the reason why it's swelling so fast.
Don't break the rule. Don't blow your nose.
That's a really bad eye. It's going to close if this fight goes another round or two.
And Oscar is not going to have any mercy anymore, so it may be up to his corner, Coley's corner to decide this one.
That right eye of Coley is a bad way to face up against Oscar De La Hoya's vicious left hook. And De La Hoya doubles up with the left.
That was a time when De La Hoya would look to the referee and say, stop this, but not anymore. This guy changed.
Well, if he listened to what Coley had to say about him in the past few weeks, he probably doesn't like him very much. Coley said to us, I hate him. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of his status, his money. I'm sick of all the celebration about him. He's going to be sicker about him if De La Hoya goes ahead and finishes what looks like a good start toward a TKO.
He's doing it all with a left hook. He jabs, and then double up, triple up on the left hook. The right hand is in jail tonight. Coley is just weaving right away from him.
And now his nose is bleeding. And he really doesn't want to stand in there and trade with De La Hoya. He's taking one shot at a time.
Oh, and the body shots put Coley down. Two vicious body shots, one with each hand. Referee Wayne Kelly looking in on Coley. He doesn't want it. He doesn't want any more. And Oscar De La Hoya makes good on his vow. I'm going to be a destroyer, he said, and a destroyer he was.
I think he'll be very pleased with the way he has jump-started the rest of his career. He wasn't fighting King Kong. He wasn't fighting one of the best men in the division, but he was fighting a pretty good professional, George. And he hammered out a very professional victory to break him down the way he did.
Hammered it out, exactly. Hammered it out.
Talk about imposing your will on another fighter. I mean, the minute...
A good fighter tonight.
The minute De La Hoya landed that last body combination, you could see in Coley's face that he had plenty.
And it wasn't that particular body shot that did it. It was all-night body.
The accumulation. Well, you talk about his jab, and I agree with you that he has a terrific jab. There are others. Of course, Ike Quartey has a